not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Cameron, they've done it. It's
done
happened.
it. Who's done it?
The Fox.
Who is
shareholder meeting happened, and in under 15 minutes, 99% of the Fox shareholders voted yes to approve Disney's acquisition.
Well, that sounds like good news and bad news.
It's good news and bad news to some people.
Yeah,
well, to a lot of people, but
yeah, like a lot of jobs will go now. A lot of people are going to lose their jobs.
Well, 21st century Fox is still going to be a thing.
Yeah, but Disney can just
there'll be an overhaul.
They can cut corners and they can stick it into their stuff. I don't think we're going to lose Fox as a brand. I don't think we're going to lose Fox Searchlight. I don't think we're going to lose like R-rated
Fox
movies.
Searchlight might become a different thing. Maybe.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think they'll just keep Fox Searchlight as it is. Wasn't Guillermo del Toro having a studio Fox? So is that should? I think everything's just going to stay the same. They're just going to roll all the family-friendly assets
and
into
uproar
Disney.
If Guillermo del Toro loses his company.
I don't think he will. I also don't think you're gonna lose any of like your like different cinema. I think there will be a little bit more. They'll definitely look at it more commercially than Fox are.
Yeah.
But they were also looking at it commercially as well. There's no way a company owned by Rupert Murdoch wasn't going, we can make as much money off this as
I like
possible.
how people are just. There's loads of tweets of people saying, right, that cements it. Fox sold out. Because as if they're like a holy company that have done everything not for money.
Yeah. You're going to get... Nothing's going to change, I don't think. Not as... things are going to change, but not as much as people think they're going to change. I think... Yeah, just like the family-friendly assets will be rolled into Disney. Is it Blue Sky? Is that Fox owned?
I think that... Is that Fox? Yeah, because Sony Pictures is Illumination, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Blue Sky must be Fox.
No, Illumination and DreamWorks are now both both Universal. Right. So, yeah, Blue Sky people that make Ice Age. I think they'll probably be disbanded. I don't think you'll see another Blue Sky film.
Right.
It's a bit of a
What's
hot
their
take,
last
but
film?
I don't think they need. Ice Age Collision Course.
Oh right, yeah. So they're gone.
Yeah. I don't. I think you'll lose them if anything.
But just to clear it up for some people, if you're unaware of sort of what happens now, nothing really has happened. It was just a vote. They've been approved, so Disney can now buy Fox, but they haven't yet. They just have to do that now. And then once,
which they will, they'll do it as quick as possible.
So once they got that, they'll have things like Avatar, which would make sense because they already have the theme park rights for Avatar. They'll have the FX network, so that'll be things like Always Sunny, Atlanta. They'll have Firefly.
They're not going to do anything with Firefly, Jordi.
Disney likes money.
No, they won't get any money off that.
You don't think a Firefly reboot would make money?
No, I don't think it would. No.
I
honestly don't think it would. What did Serenity do at the box office? And then come back to me.
I'm not sure.
I'll get you there now.
They'll also get The Simpsons and Family Guy.
Serenity made $25 million in America.
Okay. On a budget of
$40 million.
Oh.
Worldwide, it made 38
Yeah, but I'm
million.
not talking about a film. I'm talking about a TV series.
And unless you're, I don't know, that networks don't they wouldn't, not on Fox. I know if I think.
You
I
don't
just don't
think
think it would
Disney would
happen.
bring back a beloved franchise and
No.
create millions off of it?
They wouldn't create millions off of it. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I think they would. I think since
I don't think
Serenity
they
and
would.
Firefly,
I don't think there are as many Firefly fans as you think there are.
I think you need to watch Firefly, friend.
Maybe I'll go. Oh, it's a good series. It's a good series. I enjoyed that. I can't believe it ended so quickly. But I don't think I'll go. This looks like it'll make loads and loads of money for me.
I don't know if Joss would come back because he's too busy rebooting Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oof.
Um,
That's ComicCon news. We're not there yet, man.
I know.
Slow your roll. Slow your roll.
What else would they get?
They've got the Simpsons now. I think that'll just keep running and running and running.
Oh,
and running
they'd
and
get
running.
all the
That's not going to go anywhere.
Fox Marvel assets, which I think
Oh,
people
yeah,
are most
exactly.
focusing on, and they're like, "Oh, we're going to see X-Men in a few years now." No, you're not. Just hold on. It'll be sometime.
What would if you were to put a bet on a year?
I think on a year
that they would have
on a year that they'd have it. So we have 2019.
on the year that they would release.
we have
Yeah.
20.
On the year they released the first X-Men
The
into
first
the Marvel
X-Men.
universe. The first X-Man. Just introduce them into a film. Even in a
Ooh.
post-credit scene of some description. Like the first recognition of X-Men existing.
2020.
Mutants. 2020. So you think that soon?
I think that's the first, we'll get a tease of it for Disney going,
Okay.
hey, look, we have these guys. I think we'll get a Fantastic Four film before we get X-Men.
I think that's smart. Yeah.
Um,
So there's been some really, really shit rumors going about as well over this last couple days about once Disney, who still don't really have control over Fox yet, are just planning to abandon Dark Phoenix and New Mutants and put them on some form of streaming platform, which was found to be completely false. It was just some rumor on a message board or something. But could you imagine them doing that at all?
No.
Like just dumping, because they don't even the scheduled release date. They don't even have control
Yeah.
over
it
Fox yet, so they would be able to release.
there
them
were some
first
good
before
points because it's it would make sense because they wouldn't want those films going up against their own films, but they don't have any power yet, and it wouldn't.
I think you would put them out to die as well. You just put them in some form of obscure release date. Don't market them a lot. Just kind of if they just they're $100 million movies though. You don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You want to at least make your money back. So it just kind of, I thought it was completely stupid.
Yeah.
And there are people, you're getting there people who are going like, oh, so they have all the stuff back. We're gonna get them immediately. They're gonna dump X-Men, and they've been just basically crying the death of cinema because it's now a monopoly apparently. But I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't really mind that Disney own this stuff because yeah, I hope they do good because I trust Disney because they've got Marvel, they've got Lucasfilm, and they've done good with Star Wars and the MCU.
Mm-hmm. I saw someone make a point today, and I can't remember who it was, that most people will not care about this. It does raise a couple questions about who you get your stuff from, but it's ultimately going to make it a lot easier for people to get the stuff because Disney's making their own streaming services. That's two major studios with loads of films that they can now just have control over, and it's just going to be, it'll be easier for consumers to get this stuff. Is what I'm trying to say. It's just so weird. It's a big, Disney is now a very big company.
Yeah.
That's very scary, but also good. What are you gonna do, man?
Enjoy the films that they put out, hopefully.
Yeah, if they're good.
Because what have Fox got coming out, or is in development that they could stop?
Yeah, there was also people screaming that That's it. It's all gonna end there. Like,
what do they mean by
Avatar?
end? I don't get what they mean by end.
Like, as in, like, that's it. All stuff in development's just gonna. That's it. They're just gonna.
I don't
leave.
think they would not. They wouldn't cancel Avatar because they've already got money in Avatar doing with Pandora.
Yeah.
So
Pandora, which we'll talk about later, which is fucking amazing. Avatar 2, Avatar 3, Avatar 4, Avatar 5. They're the big ones in the end. They're the big ones in the distance. I think Blue Sky Studios is getting turned into 20th Century Fox Animation, or is that a different thing?
I'm not sure. Do you think they'd still have Fox attached to it, or do you think they just turn it to 20th century?
Yeah, no, they're not ditching Fox. I don't think. If they own the Fox rights to use them in movies, I do not think they're going to ditch. They're going to keep 20th Century Fox because it's a brand. Like, think of that fanfare at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a very iconic thing. You wouldn't just.
Yeah. It's just that it'll be weird because
the
there's still Fox News and Fox Sports are going to be separate things, so it'll be confusing.
How does that? Wait! Someone's been fucking with the media. Someone's been fucking with the Wikipedia here. It says New Mutants, August 2nd, 2019. Okay, that's weird. We've got a year until New Mutants comes out. Co-production between Genre Films and Sunswept Entertainment and distributed by Walt Disney Studios Pictures. So, are they assuming that in a year's time they'll own...
I think somebody's been too hasty to update a Wikipedia page.
Because the same says for Dark Phoenix, it says distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures.
It could be
if
they get the rights before, but no, someone's just been too hasty to do that. For fans worrying, Deadpool will continue to be R-rated because Bob Iger said in an interview ages ago, he was like, we understand that that's his draw, that's why people like Deadpool because it's R-rated, so yeah, it'll be a good chance for Disney to go into more adult content and have some R-rated stuff, possibly in a separate brand. So don't worry.
Do you think this separate brand would be part of the universe, or do you think they'll just?
I wouldn't be surprised,
the
but
Deadpool
I hope
stuff.
Because
so you're like, if they were like, okay, is it Moon Knight you keep crying about? Moon Knight or whatever.
I want Moon Knight to be a Netflix show. I think they should make it a TV series, but
if they made an R-rated movie, would you hope that was in the MCU, or would you want that to be its own thing?
To be honest, I would hope that's in the MCU, but I hope they're gonna build the Marvel R brand, which they called it ages ago, around Deadpool, and I like the idea that Deadpool's in his own separate meta universe, so he can take loads of characters from places and have really obscure characters, and I can imagine him having Moon Knight, but I kind of don't want Moon Knight to be comicalized. But yeah, I'd rather Moon Knight get like a Netflix level like adult series, because I don't think he's big enough a draw for a film right now. But like neither were the Guardians, I guess. But
yeah, they can turn anyone into a blockbuster. To be honest, it's a very strange place we're in. I got distracted there. I was looking at the stuff that Fox have coming out. They've got the Ford versus Ferrari film that Mangold's doing. They've got Spies in Disguise. That's the new Blue Skies one. That's 20th Century Fox Animation. I didn't realize they had a separate animation thing for their animated movies, like as in a separate animation brand.
Simpsons.
I know, but like for movies, I didn't realize they had that. Also, Gambit, is that still?
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Gambit's coming out before New Mutants.
I would prefer if Gambit came out. I would hope that was a MCU film.
Okay. Yeah.
they'd have to put it off for ages. But no, I do not think that is coming out.
That's such a weird. That's been going on. How many years now? That's like
since 2000. When did Origins come?
I want to say
Origins
11. I want to say 2011, 2010, something like that.
I have 2015 in my head for some
No,
reason.
no, that's too close. That's like 2009. We're both fucking wrong. It was a long time ago.
2009.
Yeah.
Wait, 2009 for X-Men.
Yeah, Origins Wolverine.
Oh, I was talking about how long he's been wanting to make the film.
Oh right, who's Channing Tatum? I don't know.
Yeah. Just type in Gambit.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Where is it? I had no. Oh no, Gambit doesn't even have a page. Gambit it doesn't even have a Wikipedia page.
Did they still have a director? I thought the guy dropped out.
Yeah, no, it's been had like 5 directors. Last time was it not Gore Verbinski that was in it before?
Mm-hmm,
and then
but he
dropped out again.
Yeah, it's been a hard time for Gambit.
He's not gonna get a movie.
Yeah. Speaking of films that have been having a hard time.
Is this Mowgli?
Yeah.
Is this our poor straight to Netflix Andy Serkis's? It was supposed to be his first feature film, and then it got delayed so much that he managed to make another film while he was in post production of this film. So yeah.
What else what's his other film?
So he made this. Is it Breathe? I think with Andrew Garfield and Claire Foy, which is the one about the guy who basically invents wheelchairs for paralyzed people.
Right.
And so they can get out of their bed. It's weird. Well, it's not weird. It's a nice film. And he managed to make that while they were finishing like the effects and stuff for Jungle Book or Mowgli or whatever. And it was supposed to be his first feature film. After doing the Hobbit stuff, because he directed some of the stuff for like the Hobbit, just so they could. I don't even know. I think he did the battle sequences for
War for the Planet of the Apes.
He didn't do any of them.
He was in them, but
yeah, he was in them. Yeah, but he made all these movies and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a weird one. It's Netflix have acquired it now after previously having an October release date, and it was originally supposed to come on like IMAX and stuff. Then it got dropped down to like just like your standard run. Yeah. And now Netflix have it coming in 2019. But Andy Serkis says that he likes the 3D so much that he wants it to have a theatrical run. So it's going to be like Annihilation, I think. But like Annihilation only had a run in the US and it's not on Netflix in there. So I don't know. I don't know if it'd be like that. I think it might have a worldwide run at select cinemas in 3D, and then, but like maybe for like a couple days or a weekend or something. But
who was
it'll launch
distributing
on Netflix. Warner Brothers, which is completely like uncharacteristically like Warner Brothers.
Yeah. So why do you think they've dropped it?
It must have just been bad test screenings. I think some people have seen it. I think I've heard of some people that have seen it, and it must just be. I don't think it'll be bad. I just don't think that they're ready. The public will be ready for another Jungle Book film so soon after the Disney
Jungle
one.
Book, yeah.
Yeah, they'll go in expecting Pappy dancing and Bill Murray, and they'll get Benedict Cumberbatch eating Mowgli's head or something. I don't know. It's gonna be a strange one. I would love to have seen it in cinemas. I will probably, if it comes here. Andy Serkis is British, so I'm hoping Britain gets a theatrical release. I will see it in 3D because I'd rather see it there. But if not, just got a new projector, didn't I? So what you got to?
It's so weird how much money they're gonna lose now.
Are they gonna? Yeah, that's gonna be an expensive film. I'll see if I can find a budget for that, but I don't think that'll be an expensive film. That's a completely CGI movie.
Well, not completely.
Yeah, no, there's still a wee boy.
And all the humans, but yeah,
there's more humans. Yeah.
Must have been a lot of money put into it, and now they're not even gonna get like a box office
It says I've just
explosion.
found a random figure that says 75 million, but I can't get a verification on that.
That's mad.
I was quite upset about that because it did look decent.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're still gonna see it.
Yeah.
It's not like we're not getting it, but it's just disappointing that we might not be able to see it in the way that, in like the quality that we were hoping to see it in.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a strange one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
Oh.
Didn't a big thing happen?
I think a big thing did happen over the last week or so.
It was quite a big event. I think a couple of things. Can you remember what it was called? No,
like
I can't.
ComicCon?
Graphic novel. Gathering, is it not?
Big event, big nerd event, I think. BNE?
Yeah, that was it.
BNE, yeah.
The National Nerd Association had their annual gathering, and we got a couple trailers.
Yeah, so ComicCon happened. San Diego Comic-Con, or Comic-Con International, whatever you want to call it.
Is that what it's
the
called?
The big one happened.
The only one that matters, because let's be honest, Glasgow Comic-Con's not having these announcements.
Oh, it was so boring. Yeah, so it happened, and we got a couple of trailers. We got some big trailers. We got some smaller trailers. Like we got Star Wars coming. Star Wars: The Clone Wars. It's finally getting an end.
It made me want to watch it, and that's I want to watch it. So I'm gonna take the rest of this summer and watch it. That's like
I watched Rebels, but I haven't watched Clone Wars. But like I watched a video earlier today of the audience reaction of the trailer, and I love things like it. Always gives me chills when for things like that, for Comic-Con and E3, when you hear the cheering. Oh, it's brilliant. And
it's kind of crazy because I watched that trailer and I got chills. I'd never seen the movie. I'd seen the movie, obviously, but I've not seen the this TV series. Well, I'd seen the first a couple episodes, whatever, and I got chills. And I think it was just the music. It sounded like they just reused the music from The Last Jedi or something like that, but it was great. Yeah, sorry for interrupting. Continue.
No, so we got Star Wars. We got trailers for the new seasons of Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, Flash, Supergirl, Black Lightning, and now Titans for the DC Universe streaming service.
Okay. That was interesting.
Yeah, they've gone super R-rated and dark and gritty on this one.
It's just a trailer, but
yeah, they've gone. Ooh, Daredevil was good. Let's make our own Daredevil because we've now got a streaming service which we can do anything, and
fuck Batman.
It doesn't look good.
The writing looks a bit bad. If people are going fuck Batman left, right, and center.
Batman. Oh no!
Snaps a man's neck.
He shoots multiple people. He stands on a man's face to snap his neck.
It just seems, and people were like, "Oh, it's just because it's DC." Well, no, it's because it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't look. It looks okay, I guess, but it like looks good. It doesn't like visually, but like
sometimes when I feel the darkness, it feels good.
Yeah, it just feels like a
it's just
team
like,
kind of like
what cliche
look good.
Dark things can we write and just put it in?
All the emos from your high school have written the series completely because they just read one comic book and thought, yeah, this will be good. We'll do that.
Yeah.
What if Robin snapped this man's neck and then shot all the people around them? Okay, and then he was like, then they're like, who are you? And he's like, where's Batman? And then they'll be like, fuck Batman. And then he goes and snaps the man's neck. I'll give them that. I mean, some of them looked alright. Like apparently someone's been getting like abused for not being orange or something. Was that been happening?
Starfire's costume looks terrible. She looks very strange. Like she's part of the she's from like the 80s or 70s, wearing like I guess Lady of the Night clothes, and she is played by an African American actress.
Is now just getting hate and stuff, I suppose.
Yeah,
It's
she is.
not
I'm pretty
on.
sure she was orange. It will probably be like, oh, she only turns orange when she uses her powers. But, no, I don't think this is going to be a good show. I
You
probably
can't
won't
watch it. You can't watch it because we're not getting DC Universe. It'll have to be
Are
sold
we
to
not?
someone.
Okay. Well,
Only
I can
America's
find a
getting
way.
DC Universe. Yeah, you'll find it. I bet there'll be a way somehow you can watch that, unless Netflix picks it up, which should be funny, or Amazon picks it up, which is highly likely.
I can imagine, because they already have the deal with Black Lightning with Netflix. I can imagine Netflix picking it up as like a FU to Marvel for leaving them, and taking to Disney, leaving them with all their stuff.
Well, Black Lightning CW in the is CW in the US. It's just in the UK it got picked up randomly, which I didn't think they would. I thought it'd be on Amazon Prime,
Yeah.
but is it
Very
Netflix?
strange because it says it's a Netflix exclusive or a Netflix original, which is strange.
Yeah, it's just a Netflix exclusive. Is it that? So Netflix is leaving Marvel is leaving Netflix completely. Like not like the
Yes.
films. I know Disney's dropped the deal with the new films coming to Netflix, but so the TV shows are stopping as well. Is that
I
happening?
think so. Like, I don't know how close we are to getting this Disney thing, but because there's new shows coming. I don't know if they're still going to be making shows.
We already have a Disney streaming service. So we do have Disney Life.
Oh.
So we have it already. It's just it's the US that doesn't have it, and I wonder if the US get it. I wonder if they'll upgrade Disney Life a little bit more to be on more platforms.
I think we're gonna get like a Disney Direct or Disney Plus or something.
Because we already have it here. Like, it's not a
Disney on Demand. Hire me, Disney. Yeah, so we got that, and in terms of other DC news, we got a DC trailer, or just a trailer for Aquaman,
the Blade Runner of the DC universe, apparently. And I can see where they took the inspiration from it, but they didn't do the inspiration anywhere near like justice. To be honest, it just looks. I know.
Unintended?
I don't know. Oh yeah. Okay, there you go. Okay, that was.
Well, I guess. Does it look good?
No,
In
it looks like
terms
an episode of Power Rangers.
Animation. Yeah, it looked quite bad, but like the underwater city stuff looked nice. But that reminded me of Valerian, which I didn't like, and you sort of liked.
I liked.
Or
Valerian.
you really liked it.
I liked Valerian. I did. I suppose I can see where you get the Valerian stuff from. I think the main issue I had was some of the The main issue I had was some of this, like the outside stuff. There's a particular shot of an explosion, like Black Manta firing at Aquaman in this like weird courtyard thing, and there's a massive explosion, and it genuinely looks like an episode from like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers from like the 90s. It looks horrific. Yeah, like an episode of it looked like the stone courtyard thing. It looks like an episode of Power Rangers.
With Black Manta.
Yeah, I am genuinely gonna recut I'm really recutting an episode, the thing, intro of Power Rangers to make it look like with
Supposedly
Aquaman
the Black Manta suit will be practical, but it looked stupid.
I have faith in James Wan though. Do you not like? He has a couple good films. The Conjuring series is real good.
The only James Wan film I've seen is Star Trek Beyond, and that lost Best Costume Design Oscar to Suicide Squad.
That made me so
angry. It's so stupid. Man with prosthetics that make him look like an alien loses to Margot Robbie in clown makeup. Yeah, I haven't seen.
You've made me angry.
I haven't seen the Fast and Furious.
Star Trek
films.
Beyond was great. I loved that movie. Fast and Furious movies. He did good Fast and Furious movies. Conjuring movies are real good. I know you're not one of the scary boys, but
I'm not scary boy now.
no, it's a very good movie. I like it. I'm not a scary boy, so you can. Yeah, I've got faith in him. That's the only reason I'm hyped is because of him. I think go either way.
I have the same amount of expectations for Justice League. I think it will sort of be the same tone in that it's like we sort of came from dark beginnings and we're trying to get lighter, but
we're stuck with a dark aesthetic because you made us change halfway through.
I'm worried that it'll just be underwater Black Panther with Aquaman in the role of Killmonger, because it's about a guy an outsider going to a hidden place that he wants to. He's the rightful king, so he wants to take over. But his brother, or his half brother, as they had to point out for some reason, for
legal reasons, he can't be your full brother.
Legal reasons. But you don't say half brother. If you have a half brother and someone's like, "Who's that?" You don't say,
"You do
it's
if you hate them."
Brother. It's my brother.
You do if you hate them.
Orm, the Ocean Master, played by Patrick Wilson. He's trying to unite everyone, all the Seven Kingdoms, to basically lay siege upon the surface world because we're ruining the ocean. So Aquaman will come along and challenge him to a duel in a duel process, which means whoever wins becomes the king. And I believe Aquaman will lose, and then he'll come back and he'll win again. And it's
thanks for spoiling the entire movie to me.
It's pretty much Black Panther.
Warner Brothers panel was a bit loads of hit and misses, because you've got next up Shazam.
Shazam, I'm looking forward to, because that looks good.
It does look. It looks a bit lighter. It looks a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It knows what it is. It looks like it's going for that. I heard someone say, "Oh, it should be R-rated," and I thought to myself, "What the fuck? What do you want?" And then you've got the people crying about the fact he's not called Captain Marvel, but I mean, he goes Shazam. That makes sense. Just call him Shazam.
How old were those people?
I don't know. He looked about 25. He had a picture on Twitter.
He probably doesn't read modern comics then. Yeah, Shazam, about a boy called Billy Batson, played by Asher Angel,
who should be swearing and making loads of rude remarks all the time to get this R rating.
He should have. Shazam could have come out and said, like, they're like, "Oh look, it's Superman," and he would have gone, "Fuck Superman." If this was written by the CW. But no, you got Billy Batson, played by Asher Angel. He's an orphan, and he moves into this foster home, and he meets Jack Dylan Grazer from It.
Oh yeah, he's the one that makes all the rude remarks in it. So that's why they should have went for the R rating. He should have just been making mum jokes.
That was a successfully funny line.
He should have just been like, "I want to have sex with your mum," and that. There you go.
He should have gone deeper into what he meant when he said things get real Game of Thrones around here.
Yeah, it's everyone is having sex with each other.
Oh, they
lots
strip
of
us
decapitation, lots of incest. Yeah. It's great fun.
But Billy Batson, he went after being chased by bullies into a train because he stood up for his disabled foster brother. He is taken to the realm of Shazam, the Great Wizard, and then he gets bestowed the powers of Shazam. That makes him Zachary Levi.
Yeah, which is there's worse people to turn into when you shout Shazam. Like,
I think the fact that it was Zachary Levi and that I sort of not grew up, but I watched. Did you ever watch Chuck?
I watched the first couple of seasons of Chuck because someone recommended it to me, but I never really got past. Yeah,
I loved it, but the fact that I was just watching Chuck and that's what I'll know him for now is I think it made it a lot better.
He does floss in this. He does the floss dance.
Yeah,
Which upset a couple people.
That's the one negative I found, is that when he became Shazam and when he became Zachary Levi, he didn't act the same way that we saw Billy Batson act.
Well, we don't know that for sure. It's just random.
Yeah, it's the way. Yeah, it's a trailer, but it could be better in the film. But yeah,
I'm
looking forward to this film.
They look like they kind of nailed the whole kid and adult thing. It's basically just a superhero version of Big.
Mm-hmm. Because if you watch the panel at Comic-Con with Zachary Levi, you'll be like, all right, yeah, he's perfect for this role because he's just a child.
What else did Warner Bros. Have? They had that big monster movie. What's his name?
Oh, they had one of the films that I didn't think I'd be looking forward to, but now I'm like, oh yeah, I was really looking forward to this.
I was always looking forward to this movie.
Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Yeah. Did you like the first one?
I had issues with the first one, but near the end, I was like, anytime you see, I really liked Godzilla in that film. I think they did Godzilla well. That was Gareth Edwards, wasn't it? Who went on to Rogue One. Yeah, I think he did well with that film.
It's the better of the two, at least.
Yes. Although I really liked the 1996. Was it 1996 the Matthew Broderick one came out?
Do you like that movie?
I really liked it as a child.
All right, okay.
I watched it over and over again. But yeah, I just really like Godzilla, and I cheered when at the end he finally did the atomic breath. And yeah, so I just love Godzilla, and I wasn't. I thought the human stuff for me.
I thought the human stuff was well done in that movie, though. But I think we're gonna see a lot more Godzilla in this movie, a lot more monsters, a lot more breaking shit apart. I hope and pray Kong is in the end credit scene. Well, he must be, but
he must be, yeah. To set up Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah.
But this film, I never thought that this film would be as stunning as it looks like it will be.
It does look quite pretty. It does look pretty.
You got the shots of Mothra extending the wings. You got King Ghidorah frozen in the ice. That was a beautiful shot. You got there's a shot of Kyle Chandler, and he's in like a sort of underwater bunker base looking at Godzilla underwater, and that looks brilliant. And you got King Ghidorah in the fog. Oh, this film!
I'm so excited for the monster universe in just general. I wonder where they'll go after Godzilla versus King Kong, but
they're referred to as Titans now because they can't use kaiju because Pacific Rim took that.
But Pacific Rim's going back to Warner Brothers.
Is it?
Yeah, Legendary they ended their deal with Universal, so Legendary are going back. Is it Legendary that make these? It is Legendary that make these. Yeah. Legendary is going back to Warner Brothers. It could be happening. Yeah.
Pacific Rim Uprising was atrocious.
I don't think that was Universal's fault. I think that was more of a Legendary issue. But what are you gonna do?
But the Titans, the Titans we've got so far because there's a Monarch website that revealed that there's actually more Titans to be fine. Yeah, there's one in Scotland which hopefully is Nessie.
Nessie is a Titan, and I'm going to stand by that. Nessie has wings, and she's going to fly out of the Loch Ness, and she's going to try and she's going to eat Godzilla's head off, and then she's going to be the queen of the monsters. She's going to be the queen of the monsters.
Turns out it's like plot twist. The film The Water Horse from years ago is actually set in the same universe.
That would be a great plot twist.
We got Godzilla, we got King Ghidorah, who's the three-headed dragon. You got Rodan, who's the Pteranodon. It's like 871 foot wingspan.
Oh, is that the big butterfly?
No, that's the Pteranodon.
Oh, right. What's the big butterfly?
The butterfly is Mothra.
Okay.
who is the queen of monsters.
Think she'll start off the film as a caterpillar, or
no, no. Well, you do see a sort of. It looks like a cocoon.
I would like it very much if she turned into a butterfly at the end of the movie for the third act.
But I think we're going to get a lot of beautiful shots with Mothra and her rainbow wings, and I think her and Millie Bobby Brown are going to have a nice relationship. And I think Millie Bobby Brown just looks like 11 because she's sort of angry in a lot of the shots. And
apparently she's wearing the same clothes,
and then screams, and yeah,
it's going to be good. I like that movie. Was that
Ken
all of the
Watanabe
trailers?
and Sally Hawkins return.
I'm happy with that. I'm very happy.
They
with
are
that.
good actors. Kyle Chandler and
probably the favorite.
Vega Farmiga.
Vega Farmiga, or something like that.
They play the parents of Millie Bobby Brown. They seem to work for Monarch, and they're sort of like, oh, the world is falling apart, and we're at an extinction level time, and it's all our fault.
Charles Dance is in this, and he's a British man, and people have been going, that's Tom Hiddleston. But
yeah, because he's
not
British,
Tom
people
Hiddleston.
think that he... Do you not think he'll be Tom Hiddleston?
No, apparently he's got a name.
Oh.
So I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now. I should have wrote it down, but it's not.
That's
Tom
a shame,
Hiddleston.
because that would have been a cool way to sort of connect the films.
Yeah, even if like it would have been so cool if he was just looking at like a picture or something that Brie Larson had taken, and while he was there, that would have been cool. But actually, no, they stole our camera, didn't they? So couldn't have happened. But you know, what I mean.
This film is directed by Michael Dougherty, who did Krampus.
Oh,
the Christmas horror film with Adam Scott.
That's a shame.
Yeah, but it looks like he's done a pretty good job with this film.
Oh yeah, definitely. The trailer looks good. But Warner Bros. Are known for hiring people to make good trailers for them. So
yeah, that would be a shame if this film is terrible.
I mean, Kong was good, so we can live in hope. I'm very happy. Is that all the Warner Bros. Had at that panel? Was that?
I think that's all that matters.
Yeah, because they were expecting Mowgli to kind of pull out, and then.
Well, there was Fantastic Beasts.
Oh yeah. Looks like a Harry Potter movie, but isn't. I don't know. I'm not. I'm on board. I'll watch it. I'm looking forward to it. But at the same time, more I think about
Johnny
Fantastic
Depp
Beasts.
show up to the panel.
That went over. I looked at the reactions to that, and that went over a lot better than I thought it would. Like there was no booing.
I thought there were loads of people thinking that, oh, why were there no booing? But supposedly, just a lot of people were just shocked into silence. But
shocked. Yeah. That sounds like, oh, I've been traumatized by the fact this man came here. But yeah,
but more just like, oh, he's here. What do we do? It's strange that they seem to be putting all their marketing focus on the fact that Johnny Depp is in this film, which is very strange.
He has a lot of fans. He's a well-known name, and I suppose.
But you have Jude Law Dumbledore.
Yeah, I know, but think about the mums. Most mums don't know that he's an abuser. Well, an alleged abuser, I believe. Reportedly, he is an abuser. Most mums don't know that.
Amber Heard has dropped the charges, so...
Reportedly. Either way, most mums don't know these rumor reports things. So, it should have been Colin Farrell. There you go. That's basically the end of that discussion. It should have been Colin Farrell. I was slightly disappointed that Colin Farrell went white and turned into Johnny Depp at the end of that movie.
It was very strange. But I guess they had to have a different person, because otherwise the whole time people would just be like, so why didn't you just realize that guy was Grindelwald?
Yeah, or they could have wrote it so that it turned into Colin Farrell.
I just realized the irony of calling the film The Crimes of Grindelwald. After having the allegations of Johnny Depp.
I'll tell you, The Crimes of Grindelwald. Oh boy. How long have we been going for? Just out of interest. Oof, an hour. That's fine. Either way, we've not been back. We've not been here for a while. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
We're
had
okay.
a mid-season break.
Yeah, we'll go for
Give us a chance.
Yeah, and most of this isn't usable.
The reason we had a mid-season break we will get to shortly, but first we want to talk about the Star Wars casting for Episode 9.
Yep, it begins shooting next week, and I'm very, very, very excited, Jordi. I'm just gonna let it. I'm just gonna ignore most of the people talking about it. I'm just gonna let it happen. I'm gonna watch the trailers. I'm gonna let it take me. I'm just gonna be like, oof! I'm on such a Star Wars like high right now. It's unbelievable. I
like Last Jedi.
I really love The Last Jedi. I'm so excited for everything. I just want to absorb it all. That's
Hmm.
I want to read. I never have time, and I never want to read. But I want to read the books. I want to watch all the TV series. That Resistance show looks pretty good as well. That airs in October, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Something like that. That anime one, the new one. Yeah, that airs in October. But they announced last episode 9 starts shooting next week. Mark Hamill's back as Force Ghost Luke, I would assume. I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah, everyone's back. Rose is back. Kelly Marie Tran, who I love. Just very excited. People were like, "Oh." I looked at the comments of the post.
One line doesn't define a character.
Oh.
Yeah, the line was kind of cringy, but there's no reason to be extremely racist.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, guys. It was just the people who hate The Last Jedi confuse me a lot, just because they all just sound a bit whiny.
Mm-hmm.
That movie was a masterpiece, just so that you know that. Who else was in that casting? Richard E. Grant as a newcomer. He's cool.
Yeah.
He's going to be doing
Carrie
something.
Russell.
Richard E. Grant doing something in the First Order, I'd assume.
Probably, yeah. You'll be like a
Big part.
General Hux' father.
Makes sense, actually.
That's what I just thought of that, and I'm going with it.
Go for it. Don't speculate because it makes people upset. Billy D. Williams is back, which is cool. I wonder why Lando's here. I suppose since we don't have a Han Solo anymore, we should just go for Lando. Who else is here? Naomi Aki. Is she new? What's her background? Do we know who she is? Naomi Aki.
I don't know what
She was in Lady Macbeth, which was really good. Naomi Aki. Aki, yeah. Naomi Akie. She's in I want to call him Idris Elba. His new film.
She was in Idris Elba.
She was in Idris Elba. She was in Idris Elba's new film, and she was in Lady Macbeth, which is a real good film from last year. Real good indie film. Definitely watch it if you find it. So yeah, she's relatively new. So it was a big. I'm assuming Star Wars is a big get for her.
They're making a new star like they did with Kelly Marie Tran. Carrie Russell.
There's 2 females in the casting. The feminists are taking over.
Damn you.
Who is Carrie Russell?
Kennedy. Carrie Russell was in not Star Wars.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Oh, she's the
The
one
Americans.
She's the one that looks kind of like a Hollywood version of My Mum's Best Friend. So
that's a reference that our entire fan base will
yeah, she does. I don't know why
all
she does.
6 of them. Carrie Russell, she was in Mission Impossible 3.
Was she?
Very briefly at the beginning.
Oh.
She was in Bedtime Stories.
Oh yeah,
the
like that movie.
award-winning Adam Sandler film.
I like that movie. I genuinely do like that movie.
She was in Running Wild with Will Arnett. I don't know.
But the big news is they're reusing unused footage from episode 7 to make Carrie Fisher a part of this movie. I wonder if she'll be killed off. Do you think they say they're not going to use CGI to replicate her, but do you think they'll use it slightly? They have to kind of.
They have to if it's set on the
Yavin,
planet that they just blew up.
Yeah.
Didn't they blow it up at the beginning?
They did. That was like someone said the main reason J.J. Abrams hates Ryan Johnson is because he blew the fucking planet up that all of Carrie Fisher's stuff was filmed on.
Yeah. I don't know what they'll do, because if they're not they'll have to use CG to like make it a different location,
different outfit, different hair. I mean, it says no CGI will, like, it says we won't use a CGI character, but if they use, I wonder what
unless it's
defines a CGI character, unless it's a flashback.
If it's her talking to Poe, because supposedly there was unused footage of her. It was the Force Awakens was supposed to start with her talking to Poe.
Yeah.
Like having a conversation with Poe. So that could be it. It could be like a continuation of her. What they were sort of setting up in the Last Jedi, which was Poe was going to take over as the leader of the Resistance. So it could be a flashback of him talking to her, and then it like cuts to the reveal that she's dead somehow, or I don't know.
I think they'll have to kill her off and have some form of funeral, and it's just going to be the saddest thing on the entire planet. But I
think they should do. Well, I'm not saying they should, but they could do what I thought what I predicted the Last Jedi would start off with is I thought it would start off with a funeral for Han Solo.
Yeah.
I was expecting this like dark sort of landscape in like a temple, and like there's like the box,
but it just immediately takes place. Coffin.
But no, it takes place
5 seconds. 5 seconds after.
No, because it starts with them escaping from the planet they were on, remember?
So maybe an hour after.
Yeah.
An hour has passed since we last met these people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. I'm really excited for this.
Yeah. It's Star Wars.
Kathleen Kennedy, our queen, has returned to produce because apparently she was getting fired or whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck yes. J.J. Abrams back directing, obviously. You know, I'm excited to see where this goes.
Yeah, he'll give us a nice, safe.
Yeah, it's gonna be safe.
Film.
And because that's what this is being billed as a truly satisfying conclusion to the Skywalker saga.
The Skywalker saga, yeah. So I don't know if that means that.
That's it. I don't know. Do you think we'll see Rey again?
10?
I don't think we will. Do you think we'll see Rey again? No. I think
we must. We have to.
Nah.
Going off the fact that it's Disney and these are beloved characters, so they'll want to. There'll be a draw to films.
Finish it, and then take Rey, Poe. If Kylo Ren's still kicking about, him.
Give him a good 20 years.
Yeah. No. I don't think you can give them 20 years. I think just give them a spin-off or something. I think that's what they'll do. They'll go a Star Wars story.
Do you think it would be... so you don't think it would be episode 10?
No. I think it'll be billed as something like Star Wars, A Jedi's Path or something. And it'll be like Rey training people or something. I don't know. They'd make it something. So it doesn't have to be an episode. So it can be a spin-off kind of part of the Skywalker saga, but not... And have the characters just not be like a part of their the main story.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see them. And anyway, the new saga is going to be the people that made Game of Thrones have the new set of movies coming out, and I've heard some people kind of like
D&D
guessing.
And you got the Rian Johnson trilogy.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be the main. I don't think that'll be the main trilogy. I think that'll be the saga. Sorry, I don't think that'll be the main saga. I think that'll be the bits in between, and then this new stuff from the people that made Game of Thrones is going to be the big new one, hopefully for them. You would hope.
Yeah, and then you've also got the not Kevin Feige.
All those Star Wars stories.
Jon Favreau.
Fake. Yeah, Jon Favreau's. That's the TV series for the Disney streaming service.
Hmm.
So it's gonna. Is
it exclusively for the streaming service?
I believe so. I think, or is it ABC? I think it was one of the two, but it's definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, we'll look forward to it.
Yeah. We will. It's gonna be fun.
Unless it's a Jar Jar Binks film.
I'd watch it.
It's windy right now.
It was very warm a while ago. It was also very warm in a place I was at before as well, but I didn't expect to come home to the warm.
Oh yeah, so speaking of Star Wars, there's a Star Wars land that's going to be built in a place that Cameron went to a few weeks ago.
I was there, yeah, no, a week ago today of the recording of this, I was flying back. So I've been about for a bit. But yeah, I was away in Florida for a bit. Doing the theme parks, you know, that funness.
Good old Orlando.
There was a couple of things like the Avatar land I hadn't seen before. Pandora had just like, that was one of the first. Was it one of the first places we went? Yeah, because we stayed at. Well, I went to Miami first. Kicked about Miami.
Right.
For like a day, just that was unbearably hot. Like, I felt like I'd melted. I had a double quarter pounder as well, which just didn't help. Now, I don't know why McDonald's don't sell double quarter pounders, but they are the best thing ever made. It's like a Big Mac, but I don't know why I'm telling you this on our film podcast, but it's like a Big Mac,
let you off.
but with a quarter pounder. So it's like a half a pound of meat.
I understand what a quarter.
I know, but it's a half a pound of meat, and we don't get this here in the UK. And we should.
Do you know what they call a quarter pounder in Amsterdam?
I don't know.
A Royale with cheese.
Oh, I see.
Because they're on the metric system over there.
Isn't it a Big Mac in France or whatever?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know what you're on.
Who?
You just started talking about McDonald's.
Hey, leave me alone.
Did you try the Burger King chicken fries while you were over there?
I did not. No, I didn't really.
Because they were on.
We didn't really eat out that much. We did the Disney stuff because we stayed at Disney once we'd come out of Miami the day, so we went straight into the Caribbean beach because it was real cheap and it meant we could get. So we all five of us stayed in one room. It was like being one of the Weasleys for a bit. Sharing a bed with your brothers.
I think we did that for 3 days. We stayed at the Hard Rock Hotel at Universal.
Oofed.
So for 3 days we were all in the same room.
Yeah, we didn't. But I had to share a bed with my brother. It's not fun doing that. I would not recommend. But yeah, that gave us the magic bands. It gave us we had snacks and stuff. I managed to, we got to eat all these quick service places. It was good. And that was the Disney week. We kind of we had Disney tickets for 2 weeks, but that was the main week we did Disney. Hollywood Studios, the best park, even though it's currently undergoing all the renovations of the entire planet. That new Toy Story Land's real cool. It's like the one in Paris, but they've done well. Right. So it's like you are a toy, and you're in Andy's back garden. It's supposed to be the story behind it.
All right.
And you've got the lampposts are big Connects blocks, the building toy. They're like them. There's loads of Lego bits lying about.
The Springies. What's the Springy dog called?
Slinky Dog Dash.
Slinky, that's it.
It's there's one we didn't even go on the version of it in Paris because we're this looks crap, but they did it so well, and it's so much fun. There's it goes real fast as well, which I didn't expect it to, and you also are serenaded by Wheezy at the end. He sings "You Got a Friend in Me" to you, which is good fun.
Are you a big roller coaster person?
I love a good roller coaster. I finally, later on in the holiday, I hated the Rip Red Rocket, and I kind of love it now. I don't know why. I think I did it to sabotage with the Beastie Boys this time because you can choose the music you want.
Yeah.
And the first time I did it, I didn't sit down quick enough because they were like, okay, go, and you have to be able to select your music real quick. Yeah. And I had no clue what I was doing. So
it's really weird when you do it and there's it's quiet.
Yeah.
you don't choose enough. Yeah.
I think they gave
Did
you a
you-
random song, but it still wasn't even remotely fun. But Beastie Boys.
You were there on 4th of July, weren't you?
Yes, we did.
How was that?
We did the night before. We went to the 3rd of July. They did like a rehearsal at Magic Kingdom, and it was a little bit quieter than it would have been on the 4th of July. And that was cool. The fireworks were all around the park, and it was just mental. We caught the end of like their new one. I think they did a new castle show as well at like midnight.
Happily Ever After.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. There was a Hefflumps and Woozles bit, and I appreciated that. But yeah, the fireworks were amazing. There was fireworks actually going around all bits of the park, so you could stand basically anywhere in the park and see the fireworks.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because you usually have to
If you
stand in
do,
that huddle at the castle.
I think it's if you do while they're doing Happily Ever After, if you go on the Dwarf Mine Ride, I think there's like a beautiful shot where it's like when you're going up, there's just a nice shot.
But yeah, the magic.
So
I saw the 4th of July fireworks, and then I caught then we went and did some other stuff, and then we just randomly stumbled onto Happily Ever After. So the 4th of July fireworks were different to Happily Ever After, but that was cool. And then we went to Epcot on the actual 4th of July, and were hit by a thunderstorm. So
all right.
we didn't get to see the fireworks at Epcot. We just kind of we waited for like an hour, and then they were like. They had an announcement go over saying like, oh, due to whatever and stuff, and then a little bit later they're like, in just 15 minutes, and we were like, oh, we're not waiting another 15 minutes, and just left because it was going to be a nightmare getting out anyway, and we were soaked through. But we did catch Illuminations, which wasn't as good as any of the other shows, I thought.
How was the traffic?
Oh my god, we stayed at this like end of Kissimmee that's like, it's not Kissimmee anymore, I think. I don't even know. It's like a random bit. It's closer to Animal Kingdom than it is to anything else. And getting to Animal Kingdom, which technically if you were lived in the UK, it looked like it would only be like a 5-minute drive, ended up being like a 20-minute drive just because of the fucking traffic lights. They never thought about inventing, like, we have roundabouts, and they even have some roundabouts.
The driving is, you have to like be prepared for roundabouts in America because it is savage.
They just no clue. They need to implement roundabouts as soon as physically possible.
I think it was in 2015 we were there for oh no, it wouldn't have been 2015, it would have been 2013 I think, or 12, when we went to America. We were in SeaWorld for the 4th of July.
Alright, yeah.
And it was horrible because we weren't able to go to the big sort of arena that they were showing the 4th of July show at. So we were at the sort of like a harbour across from the arena, but we couldn't see what was happening because there was a big backboard.
Yeah.
But then we got like the quickest, most rubbish fireworks display, and then we were told to go home. And the traffic, it took us so long to get home that we had to play like loud rock music to keep my dad awake so he could drive us home. It took so long.
We did,
and it was a tragic
new thing this year. I think they did it, like, I think it's new for 2018. It's like Electric Ocean or something, and they do like, you buy like a pass or whatever, and you can get reserved seating and stuff, I think, or you can just stay the night, and you go to Dolphin Arena, go to Dolphin Theatre and see a show there, like a special dolphin show for Electric Ocean, which is basically this, like, I went and saw the normal dolphin show afterwards, and it was just exactly the same it was basically just exactly the same. There was also a pregnant trainer as well, which freaked me out completely. Not because she was pregnant, but mainly because the speed she was going at when these dolphins were propelling her around the water. And like, I thought she was going to smash into the side of the wall, and it was like, oh my god, your baby, please be careful. No.
Did you say this was Disney or SeaWorld?
This was SeaWorld. So like their dolphin show. And then
is that the show that's like, it's projectors on a fountain?
We'll get to that because it's an entire night of shows. So you go,
is like dreaming about being underwater with a dolphin. Did you see Seymour? And
we did see Clyde and Seymour. So you start, so Electric Ocean, you start off at Dolphin Theatre, then you go to Clyde and Seymour, and they do a special show about taking the mick out of SeaWorld, just in general. And it was actually the funniest thing. Like one of the funniest shows there.
Walrus.
But
good memories.
They take the piss out of SeaWorld, and like it's like a day at SeaWorld, and they put on wigs and with blonde wigs to do the dolphin show, and like pretend the sea lions are dolphins and stuff, and they get someone out of the audience and call them a different name every so often. Like it's very, you've got, I think it'll be on YouTube. Just watch it on YouTube. It's very funny.
It's a high school show, isn't it? Now?
No. This is the Electric Ocean show. Is completely different to the normal show. I saw the high school show, which is it's slightly cringy.
Because they don't do the pirate show anymore.
Yeah. Which
was amazing. The Clyde and Seymour pirate show.
But this one was, they took the piss out of SeaWorld. Like that was their new show. And,
was the mime there?
Yes, he was there for the Take the Piss show, for the Electric Ocean one. Then you go to Shamu in Electric Ocean, and you see a big show.
What do you see?
It wasn't even that one. It's a different one, and they had this really cringy DJ. Like before the show started, there was this DJ that was like, looked about 40, and I was like saying words like lit and fam, and it was just really unfortunate. And then the Killer Whales came out and did their wee show thing. It wasn't the same show, but it was it was basically the same thing. And then it started to rain real heavy.
It always rains in Florida.
Yeah, but it put there were supposed to be fireworks, and they put the fireworks off and just did the weird fountain stuff after like an hour of waiting. No, about half an hour of waiting. So I never got to see the fireworks, but I got to see the fountains, and the fountains were alright. But yeah, that was my SeaWorld experience. I also did the Dine with Shamu thing, and that rained.
You dined in a lot of places, didn't you?
We dined in a fair amount
of
places. We dined. We didn't do as much as we had in previous years. So we actually didn't. My mum did the budgets and stuff, and we did. Apparently, we didn't even go anywhere near our budgets for the 2 week, even for like the 2 week stays. I think it was because we had the quick service meals and stuff from staying at Disney, but we didn't. We barely spent anything on food outside. I think
the only place I don't think the only place we've really dined is Krusty Land.
That was
Krusty
good.
Burger.
I had the Clogger.
Or there's a place, I think it's at Hollywood Studios, and it's like this big room, and it's sort of like you go in, get your food, and then you sit in this sort of theater that shows classic Disney cartoons.
Oh, I don't think that's there anymore, which is a shame. It sounds pretty good.
Oh, that's a shame. It was really nice.
Yeah, we ate at a couple places. The best one I remember eating at, and it was a really strange. I'm going to describe it to you, and it was at Pandora, which I'll talk about now because Pandora is fucking amazing. So it was basically like this military cafeteria, and they were selling these futuristic foods and stuff, and some of them were on the dining plan, so we had them at the dining plan, and we had this burger in a ball, and it was like a ball burger, and they basically scooped a burger inside. I think I took a picture of it. I put it on my Snapchat. It was fucking weird. It tasted like a 99p cheeseburger from McDonald's, and that is the best compliment I can give it because I love the 99p cheeseburgers from McDonald's. So, like, it was amazing, and the chips were weird as well. They had these weird clear balls that exploded in your mouth and were like, they tasted strange. And they had carrot chips. It was all weird health stuff because Animal Kingdom's all about that health for some reason. What else? There was nothing new. We did both the rides.
Expedition Everest.
Yes, I like that. That was cool. But the new Avatar rides were cool. They had this like 3D one where I was an avatar, and
you have what's it called? Flight
the Banshee or something, and Navi River Journey, and you sit on this like weird motorbike thing with some 3D glasses on, and you basically go into like the soaring. Have you been on Soarin' before? The new version of Soarin'?
Yeah.
You basically
it lifts you up.
Or the Simpsons, where you basically are on this big IMAX. Well, I think it might not be IMAX, but there's a big dome and you got lifted up. I know the Simpsons one's an IMAX dome, but if you get lifted up into this big dome with other people, and you're not supposed to be able to see the other people, you're supposed to just focus on the thing. But I noticed the other people, and the 3D didn't work as well for other people as like it did for me. I've had better 3D. Star Tours 3D is probably the best 3D at any park, but this 3D was real cool. It wasn't as cool as it was, but the actual stuff they did, like the Banshee motorbike would breathe. You'd be able to feel it breathe between your legs, which was what's crazy. So like it would just kind of, and you took a journey. It would just kind of like inhale and exhale, and it was like riding. If you don't know if you've ridden a horse before, but it was like riding a horse, and just being able to feel like it felt like a live creature was between your thighs.
Right.
And it was weird.
And the animatronics on the Navi River.
That was cool. There's only one major animatronic on the Navi River journey, and she was cool. She was real cool. She was probably one of the best animatronics there, I'd say.
They are stepping up their game. With
they are. It was just that was basically just, it's a small world, but all LED screens and like all holograms and LED screens and a massive animatronic at the end. So
did you do any of the rides, the air quotes rides at Epcot, like the Viking one?
The Viking one's not a Viking ride anymore. It's Frozen.
Oh.
Yep.
What?
And that got me soaking wet. Like, it was like there's a big drop. I don't think I ever did the Viking one, and it dropped, and we dropped backwards down something while Elsa was singing "Let It Go" and threw us down a goddamn like avalanche or whatever, and it soaked me in a river, and it was but we drew in like we were dry in like seconds because it's Florida. But Epcot, it seems to be the worst park right now.
Aww.
If I was to pick a worst park, I'd say it was Epcot.
I want to go back now that I'm older, and I want to do the thing, like go around and eat everywhere. Because there's so many different places. And then there's also Captain EO.
That's not there anymore. It's not been there for years.
Oh no.
Yeah. Captain EO has been gone for a while.
The what's it called? You talk to Crush from
yeah, I never did
Finding Nemo.
But that's there, yeah.
Did you go to the Founding Fathers Theater? The Hall of America or something?
Yeah, I never did. We wanted to do that, but we never found the time. We did do the new Awesome Mix show.
Alright.
Which was it's basically the Guardians of the Galaxy. So the setup is that Xandarians have come down and are introduced, because Epcot's kind of like a cultural thing, and it's like it's part of the World Pavilion as well. So it's like, the Xandarians are sharing their culture with Epcot. So we're gonna do an orchestral thing, and they start singing, and it's just the worst music on the entire planet. And then Star-Lord comes down and goes, "Guys, you've got to get your groove on," and they teach them how to sing classic 80s and 70s songs. Which I kind of let it take me. It started off a bit cringy. The Gamora was real good, but the Star-Lord was a bit iffy for a Disney character. I think it was his voice.
Did you go to Frozen Live?
No.
The Frozen sing-along?
What I did do was I went and saw the new Star Wars launch bay or something, which had a film about the fans of Star Wars, which I thought was very funny because they're all like, it was showing the good side of the fans of Star Wars, which I feel like it was needed, because there are some real good fans of Star Wars, and a sneak peek of The Last Jedi. Because there was this other one that was like
good?
it looked. I'm really excited for it. I don't know about this Ryan Johnson fella. I wonder if Snoke's going to play a big part. There was also this show that wasn't there. It was just basically a really cool edit together, like 10-minute edit of Star Wars. And it gave me chills. Honestly, it was so cool. It was just like someone had just made a get hype mix of Star Wars. But yeah, they had like loads of character meet and greets and some props on display and stuff. I was questioned by a First Order stormtrooper. I told him I was a rebel spy, and he said I'd regret that decision. And then I met Kylo Ren, and I was like, "What's up, Ben?" and he told me never to use that name. So it was I'd honestly just lost. I was in absolute heaven. Like it was, and then I met Chewbacca, and there's a very lovely picture of me and Chewbacca.
Yeah.
Our prom photo. Our prom
Find
photo.
a man that stares at you the way Cameron stares at Chewbacca.
I would say as soon as he came around the corner, my mum said it was like watching a 5-year-old, because it was like my jaw had dropped and I just couldn't stop smiling. It was so cool. Even if he was a little bit hairy, like a little bit frizzy because of the humidity, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, and I met BB-8 as well, which wasn't as cool, but because he was just a wee animatronic thing. What else was there? Universal's kind of slipping. Islands of Adventure opened while we were away. Kong, Skull Island, King or something. And that's so basically what they've done is they've taken the ride from the tram tour in Hollywood and put it into a kind of like bigger theming and stuff, like giving it theming and giving it like its own car. So they did the same with Fast and Furious as well, which is shit. I'll go into detail of that in a minute. But the Kong one's real cool. It's in 3D, and Kong kind of like saves you from dinosaurs and stuff. You go on an expedition through Skull Island, and it's real cool. You want to sit near a window if you can. I was right in the middle, which wasn't as good, but I was able to see both sides instead of just one side, so it kind of has pros and cons. That was one of the better rides. But then 2 new rides in Universal Studios were Jimmy Fallon's Race Through New York. Was that a laugh there, Jordi? And Fast.
Is that like the Ellen DeGeneres?
No.
Ride?
It's the Ellen DeGeneres ride's funny. The Jimmy Fallon ride is like annoying. I really wanted to see the Tonight Show memorabilia, but because it was so dead, they kind of just sped us through. And I really wanted to see the Conan stuff. I really wanted to see the old stuff. They had like memorabilia from all the Tonight Show hosts. Apparently, they were the size of the display case corresponds to the longest running, like the longer they ran as a Tonight Show host. And right. Conan's is like tiny, which is it was unfortunate. And then the ride, I got to this like pre-show bit where you wait to call to go into the second queue or whatever, and these barbershop quartets come and entertain you for a bit, and then the dancing panda comes out, and you can actually see there's a live feed into the pre-show bit while you wait. And we watched the dancing panda from the pre-show bit, from the screens in the queue, because we were called in, and he fell over, and the screen just cut to black. He fell over, and he just kind of like did the whole like dead symbol, like you know how they kind of like you just kind of go cut it, like where you like by your neck just cut it, and It was very funny because a woman from Universal Studio came up and said, "Are you all right?" And then she turned around and looked, and the camera just died. And it was so sad because he's probably hurt himself or whatever. But I just couldn't. Me and my brothers just couldn't stop laughing. And then you get to the pre-show bit, and Jimmy Fallon does like a rap, and you know how Daniel Radcliffe did the alphabet rap. Yeah, he did it. He does the safety stuff like that, which is it's really cringy. And then you go onto the ride, and it's just basically a 3D. It's like the Minions, kind of, and you just go. It's really boring. And you go up to the moon and stuff, and you try and race around New York. The 3D once again. I don't know what's going on. They peaked 3D with like Transformers and Spider-Man, and then everyone just seems to be like it just became like a bit shit. Then you got Fast and Furious Supercharged. All right. I have watched all the Fast and Furious movies. I'll wrap up in a minute, Jordi. I know we're an hour and 40. Okay. This is just a new ride. It's been a kind of. We'll talk about the Florida project as well once we've done this. This is another tram ride, and you go and we got stuck in the line because it broke down. But I watched all the movies in preparation for this, and the entire ride takes place in about a minute. Like, it's barely anything. You go in and you zoom, and like it's just like pew, 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 pew. It's like another video screen like Kong, and like video screens on either side of this big minivan, and it's in 2D as well, which is really stupid. And it's like these really badly animated versions of Vin Diesel and The Rock just going pew pew pew, and then explosions, and then the ride's over, and they're like, well done guys, you did well. And we're like, and I had no clue what was going on. It was very upsetting. But even other than that, I've only really talked about the bad things. But Universal Studios is still fun, and I really love Jurassic Park, Spider-Man, Transformers, stuff like that. And they have a new Harry Potter, which is cool. And they quickly, I know we're running out of time. They also have a new show, nighttime show, which I caught a tech rehearsal of, called Cinematic Celebrations, and it's basically another Get Hype mix, and it's real fun. Like
they do like those. There's the Beetlejuice show. That's basically a Get Hype mix.
That's shut.
Oh, everything's shut.
Yeah, you should really go back.
We're planning on going back in 2020, so
yeah,
hopefully everything will be open.
It's real good. Yeah, and then so I've kind of just sped through it. There's other stuff that I'd seen. Like I when you're on Slinky Dog, you can see the Galaxy's Edge stuff getting built, and it's real cool. But the theme parks are theme parks. We went to go. I'd love to flash here the Florida Project, as you know. Very big supporter of this film. I thought it should have got nominated for more Oscars. William Dafoe should have won Best Supporting Actor. You know, have you seen it?
No, I have it, but I always want to see it, but I just never have the time.
All right.
Or like drive.
Well, give yourself that drive, because I took a drive out to see the locations, because we'd in 2013, the first time I went there, we'd stayed closer to it than I'd even realized. We saw like the Big Orange, and then we took a drive into the Magic Castle Inn, which is like this big pink motel thing, and we were too scared to stop and take a look around. So we just drove through it, because the film had like kind of scared us about like what the people that live there and everything. We were like, oh god, what if they like tried to kill us or something? Like, no, that was my head. No one else was thinking that. It was literally just me going, oh my god, what if someone tries to kill us? I was like, I don't want to stop. So we just kind of like, we just drove through it real quick, the car park, and I just took a video of it, and it was real cool seeing it that close. And there was also the ice cream stand and stuff like that. It's cool seeing that stuff. I didn't realise that I was that close to where I'd seen before. That is it. Apart from the fact I had a massive buying spree at Best Buy, that's it.
Yeah, you bought a lot of Blu-rays.
I bought all the Blu-rays I could possibly think of at that time, and none of them are region locked. So, great stuff. Should we wrap it up here?
I think we shall, because it's been almost
an hour 40.
Almost an hour and a half.
Yeah. So, do you wanna to sign us off there, Jordi?
Thank you everybody for listening. If you want to talk to us, get in contact with us or anything, you can follow us on Twitter at ohifilms, or you can follow me at Real Jordi Steele, or at Cameron at CamzoOG.
We should have regularly scheduled podcasts from now on.
I hope so. I'm about to move into a new place, hopefully. So by
when?
Then,
How close is that to happening?
In 2 weeks. I know.
Very exciting times. Okay.
We'll pretty much have a new Ohio Films office.
Lovely. I'm very excited for that. Next week, I hope you watch Mission Impossible Fallout, as I'd love to talk to someone about that. Don't see Mamma Mia 2. Yeah, and Ant-Man and the Wasp. So we shall. I am at CamzoOG on Twitter. He's at Real Jordi Steele. I think you've already done that. Goodbye.
Yep. Okay. Goodbye, everyone. See you next time.